Hey viewers, how's it going? My name is DividableHalo HD. Welcome back to another interview series. Today we are joined by Mcg5309, I think. Did I say that right?
It's actually 5309.
Oh crap, my bad. Anyways,
It's all right.
yeah,
It's
anyways,
okay.
we're joined by McG from the clan known as the Metal Uprising. How are you today?
I am pretty good. How are you?
I'm feeling swell. So, if you guys don't know who the Metal Uprising clan is, or I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know who they are from their media and mass media, McG, I believe, was at least, or is one of the last leaders of the Metal Uprising. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Alright. So, McG, when did you first join the Halo clan community, or how did you find the clan community?
Um, the clan community. Let's see. Um, Basically about I would have to say 3 years ago. I was just it's on a weekend, probably on a Saturday, I believe, and one morning I was just like, well, you know what? I feel like joining a clan. So I looked up on YouTube, and I was looking up recruitment bids, and I found a little bit more. Yeah, some clans were like, yeah, it's okay. They're not really wowsing me. But then I came across the Metal Uprising recruitment bid on Reach. This is the Reach one, and when I started just the beginning to the end of it, I was just buying all of it. I loved it so much. I was like, yep, you sold me. You sold me very much. Yep. So pretty much after that, I looked at all the contact information, and pretty much the next day, I was part of TMU.
Alright, so how did you get recruited? Like, how was the recruitment process going down there?
Um, I believe the time they were making changes, and so like I didn't have no trout personally for myself, but a buddy of mine who did it a couple weeks after did. We weren't buddies before, but they had a trial for his, but for mine, basically I wasn't the best player on Halo Reach. I wasn't really competitive at that time, and so what I did, what Bamlet did, he contacted me. He said, "Okay, come back in a week, and because we're making changes, and then I'll recruit you." And so a week later, I came back to him, contacted him, and he looked at my KD, and since I wasn't very competitive at the time, I was pretty negative, really good amount of negative, and so he was like, well, he put it in the nicest way he could have possible, and so he sent me off the boot camp, and which boot camp at that time was the training in order to go further up into TMU. And so I got put in the boot camp, and my story just kept on continuing that way.
Alright. So, what was the highest rank that you've reached when Bamlet was in power?
This was near the end of Bamlet's running of power when after he finally chose to back down. But I was labeled. I was put up to one of the co-leads, the final co-leads that he put up, so he would try to run the clan better.
Alright, so what were some like big conflicts that like TMU had? Because obviously a lot of people know the big conflicts between Joker Nation and how there was like setups and everything like that. I think what Joker Nation was probably the Metal Uprising's biggest rival. Or
Oh yes, they were completely our biggest rival. Just there's, I don't think we've faced another clan that was big as them, trying to take us down ever since we took their number 3 spot in the top 10 clans on Halo Reach, and they kept coming after us even in Halo 4.
Alright, so what exactly was the ranking system? Like, how could you tell who was number 1, who was number 2, and who was number 3? Was there like a domain website, or just like a random roster?
I believe that Wolves of War leader Black Wolf, I'm pretty sure that he labeled them, and later on he made a video about it. And I'm pretty sure, because I don't think there was a label website, to the best of my knowledge.
Alright, so what was the biggest, like, why and how did this conflict unfold with Joker Nation? Like, what did they exactly do to basically kind of get, like, the Metal Uprising riled up against them?
After we beat them for their spot in the top 10 clans, they really, really hated us a lot. They got butthurt, but what they did was they made a bunch of fake gamer tags, and one of them was TMU leader, and that was supposed to represent BAM. And so they did these fake gamer tags, and they did these matches, and they posted it up on their YouTube channel saying that they beat us and they took back their spot, which was a complete lie since that was all their members. And so pretty much they kept doing it, and then whenever we tried to do it, yeah, and so we rematched them back up, and we beat them. And so they did it again, and they kept doing it. And then later on Halo 4, we rematched them again, and we beat them again. And later on, we started up the series with Bam. He did a couple vlogs on the clan status, on like the community status of the clans, and one of them was Joker Nation's downfall. Some Joker Nation former member came to them in the party, and he told them pretty much exactly what we all knew happened about them making fake clan battles and stuff to us and a bunch of other different clans.
Alright. So, basically, was there any other clans, like, between the times of Reach and Halo 4 that you guys had conflicts with? Because I know the Metal Uprising was probably one of the biggest competitive clans that were also part of the military community.
Yes. I can't, basically for me, like, I wasn't, like, in clan battles full time. I was in a couple, but for me, I can't really remember any big names that I can remember, but yeah, Joker Nation to me is like the only name that sticks in my brain, but I don't think any others actually stuck to me.
Alright. So, what made basically the Metal Uprising so like great to join? Like a lot of people talked about it, like a lot of the competitive community and some of the military community as well.
Well, first off, they had just fantastic recruitment bids, which is the way how I got to them. But also had fantastic leadership. Bam just was literally the star in TMU. It just, Bam was just it. It was awesome. He knew how to lead. We had great co-leads. We had great divisions. We had a great setup, great ranks, all the other stuff. And we had a fantastic competitive team, which was called Demons in TMU. And they were fantastic. They knew all their stuff. They always loved doing stuff, and it was awesome. And we had great fun. We also we had special nights during each week called one of the nights were called the Immortal Tournament. And what would happen is that every week there would be an Immortal Tournament, and that Immortal Tournament was all demons versus anybody else who wants to compete in the Immortal Tournament. And it keeps going we started out at 8v8 if we got that many people in there on that night. And what would happen is that at the end of each game, at the end of 8v8, one person from each team who was the lowest scoring dude on the game, each one of those people on each team would get cut off. And so then it'll switch to a 7v7, 6v6, 4v4, and it would go down all the way until it's a 1v1. And whoever wins the 1v1 gets crowned the victor, and he becomes an Immortal Tournament winner, which is posted on the old website that we had. And then, he just got, bragging rights for about a week.
All right. So, how close were you to Bam, 53?
In the beginning, not at all. He didn't really know I existed in the clan that much because I was in boot camp, and boot camp wasn't it wasn't separated, but it was it didn't have contact with a lot of leaders and stuff like that other besides meetings. But later on, me and Bam became pretty good friends. I rose through the ranks pretty much, and we all played together. It was real fun. And we started going with all other stuff, and it was pretty good.
Alright, so how long have you been in the Metal Uprising?
Ever since I joined the clan community 3 years ago.
Alright. So I think a few people know that the Metal Uprising survived after like Bam like stopped uploading his videos and like basically kind of left. What basically went on to Bam like retiring or leaving?
Um, what do you mean by that? Sorry.
So like what was going on? Like why did he leave the community and everything?
Oh, okay. Um, he basically the plain answer. He didn't like Halo 4 at all. Like he didn't really like it because it wasn't to his play style, and a lot of us didn't really like it either. And so after not gonna lie, Bam was kind of a rager sometimes, but whenever sometimes when he got too heated up and he was playing Halo 4, he accidentally broke, I think it was 3 discs of Halo 4, a TV, and I think a controller. And then it was, I think after that, it was like, no, I'm not going to deal with it no more. And so he tried to, he didn't leave it like immediately. He tried to give leadership to more people and spread it out more. And that's whenever we had this big purge. I think this was it was somewhere around like the end of the first year of Halo 4, and so he elected, I think it was 6 co-leaders, and out of those 6 co-leaders, 2 dudes will be elected as the new leaders, and so those new leaders were the Chaos Phantom and, well, as he's known as now, is Onyx's 2-on, and I was one of the co-leaders with 4 others. And so then, like, he kept Bam getting more distant, and then I guess pretty much he just didn't really want to care anymore.
All right. So who became the official leader after Bam left?
The 2 main official leaders were the Chaos Phantom and Onyx's 2-on, but they didn't work well together. Like, Onyx was 2-on, it was supposed to handle the competitiveness side of the clan, and then Chaos Phantom was supposed to control the not as most competitive side of the clan because you got some of those people who didn't really care about much competitive in that clan. But so they were supposed to equally work together. It didn't work out really good, so Chaos Phantom ended up leaving, and then it was only Onyx's 2-on who led it, and he was doing a really good job. Except if I can remember, I think that he just didn't want to deal with clans anymore. I don't think because I guess he just didn't feel like dealing with a clan as of right in that moment, and so I was his co-lead, and then he ended up promoting me to leader one night. I was like, sure, give it a shot. Whatever. What's the worst can happen? So then it became me, and then I guess me to the fall of TMU.
All right. So how long was your reign as leader?
Roughly about a year.
All right. And you weren't well known for the media or many other clans, were you?
No, I was not, because during that time we didn't do a lot of clan battles, and when we did, there were little clans.
All right. And why did you not like decide to go back or like kind of like get known in the community once again?
We tried, but we just didn't have as a fantastic demon squad as we did back then, and we were trying to build up. Like, for me, I wanted to build up the clan before we even started going back into clan battles, and that's what we tried to do. And then I somewhere down the road, most people became inactive, and I tried to struggle to get it back inactive, but it didn't work out too well.
All right. So currently, the Metal Uprising right now is disbanded, right?
That is correct.
Do you believe the Metal Uprising will rise again?
Hopefully no for me, because I just want the legacy of the name to stay unstained, because I know a couple people who really like TMU like I do, but they just don't understand that, to me, TMU should be placed to rest, because it had a good long streak of running years, and it was really fun. It was really good. It was respected and hated also, of course. And I just, thought that, TMU's name should just stay just the way it did and don't get, kind of like out of control.
All right. Was there anything else you'd want to cover, like that went on with TMU, like any like conflicts that you could date back all the way to Reach? I know we tried to cover some war events with like Joker Nation and all that, but was there anything like major or what made the clan fun and everything besides what you listed?
Um, let's see here. Um, Back in Reach, pretty much like I would label the funnest division was boot camp because it was just fantastic. It was the best time I've ever had in TMU. It was the best part, and I actually didn't become into the more competitive divisions until Halo 4 came out. The week before Halo 4 came out, I became a commando.
All right. Well, how long have you been? Like, have you had any conflict with any other clans, or like anyone personally? Like, I know you weren't well known when you were like leader, but other than that, did you know much of the military community, or were you more on the, like still the competitive side, like knowing what's going on there?
Um, we were, I think, leaning more towards the military side because we tried to do a bunch of other stuff, but then we ended up changing a lot. But but actually, I don't think that we really did anything with other clans that much. But there was a 5 month period where where I left the clan actually because I didn't want to deal with all the inactives anymore, and I was just like, oh, Team U is going down, and it's not over anymore. So when after that time, a couple old friends that were still in Team U, convinced me back into the clan, and so it was led by this dude who has his heart in the right place, but he doesn't sometimes understand other stuff. Like he wasn't he tried to be like a BAM, but he couldn't live up to his reputation, and he couldn't make some of the decisions like he did, and so I ended up taking the reins again, and I had to solve a dispute because I think he insulted the leader and some of his co-leaders, this clan called FS, Forgotten Soldiers, and so I had to dispute that, and we ended up getting from confrontation, and we became allies, and then later on, in about a month, we merged with them, and so it was going well until just a clutter stuff happened, and so I guess TMU just stayed with FS, and now like members are scattered all over the place.
All right. Well, there wasn't really much to talk about during this interview, but you weren't the official leader, and it's great to hear the past of like the Metal Uprising. You covered some stuff over the Joker Nation and events for the clan, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, was there anything else you'd like to say on the topic of the Metal Uprising?
Um, Anybody who's watching this interview, just I guess just to know that the mental uprising is gone, and if some people here actually do watch this and they send me messages about TMU and if they can join the clan or not, answer I guess no because nobody else is leading TMU currently that I know of, and I'm hopefully not, and so yeah, I guess. Just if you're looking for TMU, it's just no more, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just no more.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank you for coming on this interview.
I like to be here.
All right, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys want to see more content for the interview, just comment down below on which leaders or even side leaders you guys like to hear. I know the interview series is coming near to an end. I said that multiple times because I've run out of iconic figures, but for this instance right here, the Metal Uprising clan, it's basically, I think, probably would be impossible to contact Bama53 to do an actual interview with him, right?
Yes, I believe because as of right now, he's not getting on Xbox Live much anymore. But next time he does come on, I'll make sure to try to see if he would actually do an interview with you.
Alright. So if you guys enjoyed, like up, and if you guys have any questions, I'm not sure if you would respond, would you? On the videos?
I'll try.
Alright, and I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye.